Welcome back. Today's another day being spent with NASCAR, and our agenda today is going to be jam-packed. From visiting Hendrick Motorsports, to going karting, to doing a bunch of other activities which I don't even remember. I'm going to try to bring you guys along for the most part, and it should be a really fun and completely new experience. But first, I need to get ready. I believe we are ready to go. Good morning.
Good morning.
On our way somewhere. We don't know where we're going, but we're going. Our first stop was at the Motor Racing Network, which is a US radio network that syndicates broadcasts of racing events, mainly NASCAR. However, it's in here where I came across a sim racing disaster. The monitor alignment was without a doubt the first red flag, but more on this soon. Simulator's okay. Thrustmaster gear, pedals aren't being helped by anything, which is strange. The monitors need some work. Overall, I don't really know what's going on here. Despite it being on a rig, the pedals were on the carpet, the monitor social distancing, and the cables dangling everywhere. Anyway, despite the sim, the rest of the facility was very cool and filled with industry professionals, which prompted me to ask how they believe NASCAR can reach a younger audience.
I brought this up as NASCAR, how do you gain that back? And it's mostly through iRacing. That's where people are into, because you got to go after the technology side of it. That's just, where it's at. I remember when the first NASCAR games come out, I was all into it, but it's so realistic now.
I'm working with the esports and gaming team at NASCAR.
The new company, not the one that ruined it for everybody. What was that company?
Motorsports Games, not that one.
That was a disaster.
Do you do iRacing or no?
No, I never.
It's hard to get into.
Didn't quite get into it. I did the early, PlayStation stuff.
I saw you have a simulator there.
Yeah, that was one that NASCAR did for all the NASCAR partners. It sits there, no one uses it. But,
yeah, it's a little out of whack, but...
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun. Motorsport Racing Network does a lot of the podcast and radio stuff behind NASCAR. But now we're going to the headquarters of Hendrick Motorsports for a behind-the-scenes tour, which I'm excited about. Look at that. Man, who's cutting that grass? It's like they have an entire campus dedicated to this race team. I mean, every building you look here is related to Hendrick. It looks like a college campus. All right, let's go inside. So we're at some event center. So that's iRacing on that little screen.
Oh yeah.
But I just don't know what it's connected to. Oh, inside the car. There's a simulator inside of there. I assume there's a screen, and it's playing iRacing. I'll see if I can get in there later. Tony Stewart's 2009 Cup Series car. That is just so old school. Like a literal flat screen TV right in front of your face. You already know I had to leave my mark somewhere. And this one looks absolutely insane with the Chuck E. Cheese livery. I mean, this is the type of livery I would put on my iRacing NASCAR. Like, that is so sick. Damn, this should really be my HQ. Imagine, I would have all my iRacing wins up here. So, none. For those of you who don't know, Hendrick Motorsports is essentially the pinnacle of NASCAR Cup Series teams. We did a full factory tour, which I wasn't allowed to record, but everything inside was absolutely pristine, and it looked like a facility meant to build a space program rather than a racing team. Their facilities are insane. It is like an entire college campus size with different buildings. All of them have different things. They have a building full of simulators. Unfortunately, not able to see that. As is right here, like let's say it's ready for a race, motor and everything. How much could this car cost?
About 600 grand.
A lot of what I do is like all sim racing, so like simulators, which is why I was asking you a few questions about that. Have you ever seen the simulators that Hendrick has?
Yeah, but I haven't played with. Because these simulations now are amazing.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy. William Byron, all these other guys used to like sprint car race, go-kart race, all that crap. William Byron, that's how he got started. He did sim racing.
Yeah.
And that's it. It was just, to me, pretty daggone amazing. where all these other guys have had cars forever, driven them since they were 10 or 12 years old on go-karts and crap. And he just got started. I talked to his dad one day. I was like, how did he get started? He goes, simulator, man. The kid loved it.
Alright, we've just come back to the hotel for a bit. Need to change my clothes to something a little bit more casual. Now we're gonna go go-karting. This one eating, pretending he doesn't hear me.
I still didn't come in first one time.
That's the face of someone who lost. To me. Come closer. Yeah, you already know I had to take first place. It's actually really fun because it's not electric carts, it's like gas carts, so it was a lot of fun. Hey look, somebody took a photo and they have an iRacing shirt on. I wonder if they know who OC Racing is. I imagine. Anyway, time to go to the hotel. We're done. Oh, that was a lot of fun. The main question at this moment though is a pretty big one. You see, the forecast for tomorrow indicates a very, very high likelihood of rain. It's currently raining right now, it's been raining all day, and it's set to continue tomorrow. Question is, will the race be canceled or postponed? I guess we'll find out.